So, last night, the bear from yesterday and I became very good friends. We were sleeping pretty much soundly all night up until the wee hours. Um, just cuddling. His fur was very nice. And yeah, we shared some good stories, good times. Anyway, sometime towards the middle of the night, I noticed that he left. I didn't think anything of it. I thought he must just need to pee, go to the toilet, regular bear things. Um, Little to my knowledge, he was being savagely attacked, and I woke up to find that my bear friend was no more. Now, I couldn't quite tell if it was man or beast that performed the crime. There were large gashes down his side. His fur was torn, but it could have been axe, teeth, or claw, who knows. Either way, I saw tracks coming from my camp covered in snow leading all the way up to the snowy mountains. So that's where I'm headed today, with a mind full of rage, which may or may not be useful. Let's see. They don't look like murderers, but looks can be deceiving. So, and luckily enough, I was quite more like, I loved that bear, I thought I'd just make a little coat out of him after I found him this morning. I know it's not really the standard way of farewelling a friend, but howdy. Yeah. Nah, you guys ain't murderers. Toodaloo. Alright. So let's head back to the scene of the crime, hey? Might have to put some shoes on before I go on a vengeance mission. But I'm pissed. I shall honor my bear by wearing its fur for many a day. It's a lovely day, but it's hard to appreciate it with all this mind stuff going on. Let's have a little run, see if I can clear my head. Hey, it's not you, is it? Nah, he seems fine. Just walking on his way. Still tell the difference. Blind rage is pointless and not helpful. This is doing me justice. I can feel my head clearing already. It's one of his kin mourning his passing. I know the feels. So here is where we slept soundly by the fire. This little area. Duggo was curled up. You'd be right, boy. You're a good boy. Yes. Okay. So we were here. I'm watching his tracks right now and see how this broken twig here. Yeah, that's because he was stepping through here. Came out here. And in the bushes here he lay. I have buried him since, but this is where he passed. Covered in blood, gore everywhere. Truly a terrible sight to wake up to. Now the culprit, be it man or beast, crept off into these woods over here, so let's have a little follow. I've already scouted the path ahead, and I know it meets up with our road to the snowy mountains. So we could just end up there, but I just want to see if I notice any extra things that I missed. It's a little bit of shit on this tree. Yes. I mean, I've smelt my fair share of shit, but I really can't tell if it's an animal or man. Some men wipe feces on trees. Followed the path for a while here. Unlike an animal, so it's pointing me towards perhaps trappers, humans. But then it makes a detour here. Comes off the path. Deep gouges in this tree indicate that it has been scratched by something. Comes back on the other side, continues on its way. Looks like many prints. Sweet nothings. I don't know if this is going to be the most peaceful story, friend. You might end up hitting your thumb or something in anger. I'm not sure if you missed the prologue, I suppose, of my day, but I woke up to find my bear friend, who I connected with over the night in quite numerous, intimate ways. I woke up to find him bloody and broken, not 20 feet from where I slept. A tragedy, to be sure. Needless to say, I woke up with quite a rage and a heavy heart, so I've embarked on a quest to achieve vengeance and nothing else. I don't know if it's man or beast. Howdy.
Plenty of road to spare. I suggest you use it.
Where are you headed, friend? Yeah, where are you headed? You walking away or something? You've been, traveling in the snow lately? Seen any bears around? Alright, sir. I understand. You're just trying to make your own way. I think so. You don't seem too odd, but looks can be deceiving. You know, just to be sure, I'm gonna tie you up until I know more. And then I'm gonna leave you at my camp. Now, I will release you. You will be well fed by Crips, so don't take this as a blind act of hatred. Understood. I am carrying a man who is on the path to my little camp, where he'll be looked after by Crips. You know what the hell I believe.
Someone help!
Yeah, that's what my bear was saying. Not my bear, you know, I don't own it. Or I didn't. Alright. Here we are, back at camp, back at the scene of the crime again. I better get a move on before these tracks disappear, though. Alright. I'll pop him by the fire, right where we lay. Shall I? Yes, it's poetic in a way. All of us fit the same grave. We are all criminals in a way. Don't go anywhere now. Alright, let's hit the road. Maybe I should probably put some shoes on before I go. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. Let's put on some simple boots. Keeping my bear coat on as tribute to my friend. Beautiful. I got some fluffy boots as well that somewhat match. Alrighty. Now let's chase these scumbags down. Killing an innocent bear and not even taking anything from it. It's a crime to be sure. Pointless violence. Like that. But let's rise above. Little rabbit, I'm sorry I ran you over. Actually, you're alive still. Congrats. Howdy, friend. I'm patrolling these parts. I certainly do. Look, I'm here for a reason. You shut the fuck up. I'm trying to find my bear. You got a problem? You better run. You seem like a fair enough guy. I don't think you're the culprit. Let's follow these tracks before they disappear. Yeah, it follows the road a while here. suggesting human activity. But in the middle of the road I see many large droppings. So from my knowledge of most humans, they don't really just stop walking and do a shit where they are. That being said, I don't know all humans. They do some funny things sometimes. Hey, look here. A large knife thrown into the tree. There it is. I picked it up. It's quite large. Could be responsible for the gashes that I found in Yogi. That's what my bear's called. I didn't name it to his face, but it's fitting. He was quite peaceful, like a yogi. So, lovely creature, really. He will be sorely missed. Do the birds know what happened? Birds, take me to the killer. I will follow the bird. Many birds on the path. Now, judging by the smells, poos, and clearly walking on the road nature of these trespassers and murderers, if it's a man, I expect him to be very smelly. And also quite savage and unkempt. If beast, I expect they won't be hungry. Because there was quite a significant portion of my yogi friend, his stomach missing. So that would have filled up a bear for, a whatever kind of animal for quite a while, depending on the size. Yeah, that man looked too clean to be the murderer. Make haste. Ah, the trail leads off again to this bluff. Clear area. But patches in the grass suggest that a fire has been made here recently. Still hot. They can't be more than half a day's ride. Looks like they continued down the road. Now we've confirmed that there are men involved. There's no beast I know that can light a fire and put it out. Getting some snow now. Track should be nice and clear, unless there's been a blizzard in the last hour or two. Here's the path. Yes, I see some deep footprints, which is good. Means they can't be too far ahead. That being said, this is a big area that I'm not very familiar with, so they could easily circle around me and escape, but we'll see what happens. All I know is that they're this way for now, and I don't see any tracks leading back. There's quite a little bit of sleet and snow coming in. Yes, these tracks are quite clear. Definitely well trodden, this path. Whoa. All this anxiety and rage has made me hungry. I better have a quick bite to eat. What do I have? I got some cigarettes. I feel quite actually I'll eat the fish that I shared a bit of yesterday. I managed to take a little bit from the fish afterwards. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. I'm sure the cat probably ate the rest. I did leave it a significant amount still. Okay. Now we're coming down to the frozen lake here. The tracks seem to have faded a little bit, but I can still see that they're leading me around the lake. Hey dear, have you seen any poachers around? Might have animals with them, might not, might just be grubby assholes. Well, let them know I'm gonna give them a piece of my mind. Still see some tracks here. It's good. If I make haste, we can catch them. They've actually gone down. I nearly missed that. Nice thick snow. It's very clear, these tracks now. What on earth? There was a trap. There was a little rope my horse tripped over. Not for any other reason. Now that suggests that someone doesn't want me this way. That's what I like to hear. Looks like they're taking by way of the river. The snowy river. Yeah, it was terrible trip actually. It's a good trap really. Just a simple rope tied between 2 points. and there was a quite a treacherous fall afterwards. So if I wasn't as quick on my feet as I was, that could have been it. Looks like they stopped here at the river for a little while. Perhaps for a drink of water. I might do the same. Yeah, it looks like they've gone upstream. And judging by my spidey senses, the wind is coming from that way as well, so I will be able to smell them before they know I'm here. If they're still this way, of course. At this point, there's multiple paths, so they could easily double back and evade me. Another bear poo, another animal poo, or human poo. I still haven't met these fellas, but yeah. Cross the river. Still see these tracks. This is a beautiful lake. I think the tracks are quite deep there, so I can have a little explore around this beautiful lake. What is that? Something in the water. Strange for it not to be frozen. Ah, that's very cold. Oh, I'm gonna pop out. Even in my bear suit, that was a joke. Freezing. Oh my god. At least it's still sunny. Alright, back to those tracks before the weather changes. Hey birds, seen any hunters around? Ah, they're changing their bearing. Potentially to the east, or to the west, sorry, but I will have a look myself before I come to a final decision. Quite a treacherous path here. Why would a trapper group want to come all the way up here, unless they were really under the pump from the law? I'm no stranger to that, so I can imagine that that might be the case. Ah, a little cabin. Beautiful. The more you know, hey? That's very nice. Oh, they set up camp here. Much activity. Oh, looks like they had themselves a little party. Blood everywhere. Yeah, bottles of booze. All empty, of course. Ah, perfect. Obviously the dunny they didn't use, hey? Been shitting on the road. I might, though. Sorry, I've never used one of these things before. I can't figure out which way to sit. Um, yeah, that looks good. That looks right? Yeah, okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. Wow. Huge. Now what's in the building? Enough room to sleep. Walls are all damaged and broken, so lots of snow inside, but I mean, I've done it tougher before. Don't expect to find such a accommodating place on the top of a snowy mountain, but yeah, I'm sure people pay good money for that. Now, where did the tracks lead off to? It kind of looks to me like they've scaled or jumped down the whole mountain. I don't understand. It should be impossible. I mean, there's no power on this earth that I'm aware of that would allow a human or a group of humans or a group of humans and animals to just jump almost half a kilometer straight down and survive. It seems implausible. Let's see. I'll have a better look, I think. Yeah, just it seems very unlikely, you know, like. So I see the tracks going this way. Oh, there's another little building. Ah, that might be where they're going. Okay, that would make a bit more sense. Not ruling out the impossible yet, but it would make a lot more sense if it was something more plausible. Okay, we've got to be careful down here. Those... Oh! They may be, superhuman or super animals, but I don't believe that I am. So... It's nighttime now. You can still see some tracks in the moonlight. It's not a blizzardy night, so I imagine that they would still be here tomorrow. Now this looks like another accommodating area. Thicker walls, probably less snow on the inside of the cabins. Yep, no way to do a shit though. It's alright, I already did one. Plenty of firewood, that looks good. Alright. And the door opens. Brick walls, lovely. Oh, there's beds and everything. Brilliant. Ah, great place for a brief rest in the middle of a snowstorm. Though it's not storming, it's just very cold. And a bit of a lookout up here too. This would be a great place to make a fortress, really. Should I need one again? I am a law-abiding citizen at this point in time, so perhaps I won't need one, but you never know. Too cold to make a fire though. The wood's all waterlogged, which is quite hard to light. I better just keep my journey going, I think. See, the tracks go over here, which is a sheer cliff edge. But there's no tracks down there. Hold on. Hold on a second. Wow. All the way down there, there's a crevice that looks like it's been made by multiple people jumping at the same time and hitting the ground with such force that a huge cavern has emerged out of the ground. animals in the area are checking it out of curiosity. I've never seen anything like this before in my many years. Chilling. This makes me second guess my rage, knowing that I might be facing something a bit more powerful than I anticipated. Well, the price of vengeance may be death. I will ponder this as I make my way down the mountain to the gorge, where I hope to find more tracks. Let's see if I can slide down and... You are only human, friend. Being myself. Okay. This looks more safe than a simple fall. Mount Hagen. So I tracked the culprits through to Mount Hagen, where they performed a death-defying leap over 500 meters into the snow and hard ground. Seems impossible, right? That's what I would think, but there's no bodies, there's no blood at the bottom of that fall and gorge, so I can't imagine what could have caused it other than that, especially with the tracks leading the way that they were. Ah, an old abandoned mining tunnel. Ah, the door's even open. Oh, that's not a tunnel, that's a little room. Perhaps a torture room. It's got dynamite. Wow. What the hell? That's cool. Lots of dynamite. Like, lots of dynamite. Wow, okay. I can smell some shit. I think they might be nearby. And birds have landed here, so I think they might have been telling me the way. Lots of meat. Clothes, blankets. Yes, this might be where they torture people and plan their operations. Can't see any signs of recent activity though. Oh, except for this light that's lit. Wow, okay. I better be sneaky in here. If they pop up out of nowhere, I'm toast if they're actually superhumans. Wow, this is a huge cave, okay. I mean, I've only got long-range rifles other than my pistols, so I guess pistols it is. Though thrown weapons might be more appropriate. Wow, this is really cool. More barrels of loot, it seems. Yeah, jeez, this is sick. This is a huge caverns. These lamps wouldn't be burning if there weren't anyone here, though. Unless they just left. Unless they're magic lamps for superhumans. I mean, if they can make a jump like that, it's more than possible. I saw no tracks coming the way that I went. No, it seems quite empty though. I won't shoot my gun, although it would cause a stir if there were people here, and it would alert me to presence of people. I believe that it could also cause an avalanche, and if those people are superhumans, yeah, I might die. Which I think my bear friend did for me, so. Alright, nothing in here. Don't want to cause an avalanche. What's the time? It's coming up to 1:30 in the morning. Oh, it's a bit rainy too. No, their tracks will be going. Alright. I can't see anything here except for those lights, so then I'm going to start at that gorge that I pointed out a moment ago. And here it is. This is, although you can't really see it on the screen, it's just a massive freaking gorge. Like, it's quite deep. I would give it probably a good 10 meters indentation into the hard earth, which is, yeah, more force than falling humans should be able to accommodate for. BRB. Alright, back. Gotta, in the other game that I'm not playing with the controller, well, other than me being the controller, anyway, my dog is having an x-ray today, so I just need to make sure that she's alright. I might have to take another call, but yeah, it's nothing too serious. It's just a diagnostic, but it's not a nice thought to think that she's in a cage and all that right now. She's apparently not really liking it very much, but the doctor called back and said she seems like mentally sound and everything, so he's not as worried as I am. Anyway, back to this game. Alright. So, idly walking in a circle has created this little pattern in the snow. I'm going to say a little summoning, a little bit of magic. I studied magic at the University of, this snowy area. Oh, well, actually, no, the University in Blackwater. Yeah, it showed me a little bit of magic. So I'm going to cast a little spell on this rune I've carved into the snow right now, and it should give me a bearing towards the blood of my friend. Should it be still on the clothes of my enemy. Okay. Alright, it becomes clear as the day. I see that ritual wouldn't have worked at any other time, because just as dawn comes, the way is clear. I feel it. It's a strong pull. It's a strong pull south, actually. Yes. That's right, they've walked along the river and followed it for a long way. It's a bit too cold for me to swim by water or anything, so I'm just going to walk behind the... Yeah, no rush now. Since I've got my own bearing, I don't need to rely on tracks, though I do see some faint ones. Looks like they've actually tried to cover their tracks by walking through the water a fair bit too. Clever, but no match for me. Yes, they cross here. I see some scuffed boot polish on the rock here. Yep. Hello, Fawn. Do you remember anyone passing this way? Very good. Thank you for your honesty. He said that I'm a weird dude and he doesn't want to talk to me. Just fuck off is what he said, so yeah. That's alright, it is what it is. Yeah, so the snow is fading a little bit at this point. But as I said, I don't need to rely on the tracks anymore. I do have a, source of magic that will guide me. Easy. Well, this kind of all eliminates the guy that I tied up, because he's not a superhuman if you let me tie him up, right? suddenly I was been, what the fuck? That is crazy that just happened. I felt a sudden pang of rage, truly, about the loss of my friend, and then I was hit in the back with a fucking ram at that exact moment. Talk about karma, hey? Are you trying to tell me that my rage isn't gonna get me anywhere, or what? I don't know. You know what I say to that? Fuck you, ram. Little voice in my head just said, do you feel better now? And the answer is no. Now I do. That's what you get. Clearly messages of the devil. I'm not even gonna fucking take anything from your bodies. You're not worth it. You are worth death. Something tells me they're nearby though. I didn't even mention the worst part of it all. When I found my bear this morning, like when I met him the first time, it was, yeah, we were like thick as thieves straight away basically. Like, well, he tried to kill me and, you know, I shot him a few times with the tranquilizer dart and everything was going smoothly, you know, like, I don't know, shared stories and cuddles and all sorts of things, and then, yeah, I gave him a gift, you know, I gave him a little necklace that he could wear that said a Yogi on it, because we both talked a bit, and he told me that was his name, and did a fair bit of meditate. What the fuck, a snake just bit me. Did you kill Yogi? This is a story of vengeance, and I shall have it. No, he woke up a bit later, like, I tranquilized him first, and then I did a few things that I'm not really going to mention, but, yeah, after he woke up, yeah, we did a few things. Yeah, we talked and sat by the fire, and, yeah, a few more things that I can mention. Yeah, then I gave him his little necklace. It was a great gift, but the worst thing, I woke up, and when I came to his broken body, the necklace was gone. They'd taken a trophy and nothing else. The necklace wasn't even worth anything. I made it out of grass and a twig or two. That's all. A few pebbles. Well, actually, so I guess that's not all. Yeah, a few pebbles too. fucked up, man. Alright, well, yeah. Looks, I like my compass, my magical compass is telling me that he got on a train, or they got on a train, or at least the only thing that I have a clear link to is the blood of Yogi. Oh shit, I never thought of that. Damn, that would explain a bit. Yogi did have some supernatural qualities, I must say, and like that's why I was so surprised and angry when I woke up, because he's not a normal bear, you know, like anyway, I thought that he could take on a whole tribe of anything, you know. He's a battler, so it was a shock to see. But if anyone could do it, man, I mean, yeah, that would make a bit of sense. But I wouldn't be able to. That would be a kind of bittersweet vengeance, wouldn't it? I'd need to talk to Yogi's wife at least and try to understand her motivation before I acted, if that were the case. But yeah, I'll follow the scent of the blood, which is all I can do at this point, because my magical link is between 2 points of his blood, and it's, yeah. There's a stranger over there. Hey mate, you know what happened to my bear? You got a mic? Ah, nah, he's gone. He'd be a ways away from me now. It seems like, yeah, the bear or... if it's Yogi's wife, I mean, she's a master of disguise, because she's gotten on a train. Unless she's killed everyone on it, she's a great makeup artist, I'd say. She'd have to be. I mean, how many times have you seen a bear dressed up as a human? I mean, I guess you wouldn't know if they were really convincing, but yeah. I shudder at the thought. Oh. I'm just gonna run on the train tracks with my horse. Could be dangerous, I've done this before and a train's just come straight the other way, but mission for vengeance is way outweighs the need for this. Yeah, if that was also the case, that it was Yogi's wife would have to know how to use dynamite, or at least how to stockpile it in certain areas, which is what I saw earlier. That being said, I don't really have proof that the culprits went into that chamber, or multiple chambers. Puzzle. It truly is. Has his way with humans. Well, he's dead, man. Like, I feel like it's got to be the other way around, unless you're right in Yogi's wife being the murderer. My spidey senses just tingled, and it seems like the whatever it is has now just reached civilization somehow. Yeah, like the pint of blood that I have of Yogi's that I'm using to track him down. It just tingled in a way that says like he's getting drunk. So I guess he must be probably at Civilization, because I got all my alcohol back from him the other day. So yeah. Yeah. Bear on a train, or yeah, who knows? Who knows what it is? It's a great suggestion, and I mean it's just as plausible as superhuman males and females who do shits on the road, jumping off a big frickin' mountain and then crashing into the ground. You know, like it's just as plausible that a bear did that as a human doing that. So yeah, I guess I'm back to square one, except that I know where they're headed, which I guess I always did because I had their tracks. Yeah, back at square one. Except that I know that it's capable of driving a train. Howdy. You haven't seen a bear around, have you? See, my friend, the bear that I slept with last night, was murdered savagely as I awoke, and now I'm on the hunt for the murderers. I've narrowed it down to either a... Howdy. Yeah, so I've narrowed it down to either a band of outlaws with a poaching habit, and they'd have to be supernatural because they jumped off the top of the Misty Mountains and survived. Or they're a bear. It might be my bear's wife, and that's the other possibility. But either way, you seen them? Seen them come around these parts? Ah, fair enough. Well, I thought I'd ask you. Have a pleasant day now, stranger. Farewell. All right. So we know that the bear's on the train, or the people on the train. Follow these train tracks until the way becomes clear. Alright, I can't see shit. Yeah, I can see a little bit. What the hell? I really can't see fucking anything. That's better. Yes, I don't hear a train, so I don't think I'm about to be run over. It's a beautiful tunnel. Nice and sunny out. Yeah, I have a feeling my the people I'm tracking are still drinking pretty hard. People or bears. Like, it's also plausible that the bear, it being Yogi's wife, got real drunk now after killing her husband because of regret. Fair enough. If that's the case, I probably won't murder her. I'll just let her live with the regret, you know. But it's plausible as well because the first time I met Yogi, he stole my freaking alcohol, and I was pissed off about that all day. So I know that they've got a taste for the tonic, if you know what I mean. Bears these days, man, they just, yeah. I know it's boiling hot now, and I'm still wearing my bear fur. I refuse to take it off until my bear's murderer is brought to justice. Is that? Are you Yogi's wife? Hey, mate. Oh no, you're not. You're certainly not. You're just a little bear. Black bear. You're not a super bear, are you? I think if it was a super bear, he'd be running after me, but he's a bit of a puss. Nearly hit a rabbit. Wouldn't want to do that. Hey, nearly hit another few. Another bear. What are you? Howdy. Look, I've had a recent death in the family, and I'm trying to find the culprit. American black bear. Walking the other way. I think. Certainly not Yogi's wife, and also my magical compass is not directing me to him, so continue on the train tracks, heading south. My compass is still in the same spot, so it seems like whoever it is hasn't moved for quite a while. What's this? This is a shifty little town, Ansburg, yeah. There's always stuff going on here. Always unsavory characters. Looks like it could be a good place.
Folks a hell of a lot easier to rob when they's cold.
Yeah, see? There's people around here talking all sorts of garbage. Little mining town. It's very windy all of a sudden.
Hello?
Howdy. Haven't seen a bear around or people who like killing bears, have you?
Go and find yourself another patch of nowhere, huh?
You what? He just wants me to leave him alone? That's fine. That's the train. Yes. Ow. That time, that was because the blood drew me too close to the train, and then it just, yeah. Anyway, so there's blood on the train somewhere. That's what I know. Let's have a quick look. Train an entire outfit of clothes that were covered in the blood of a bear. Just thrown there. Leading me in the wrong direction, potentially. Now I don't know if they were trying to play a trick on me and they just threw it as a decoy, or they were on the train until potentially past Ansburg. It's the mystery thickens. Gosh, wish it would just be clear.
I can still feel the damn splinters in my palms from chopping logs for the fire.
Ain't that the way?
Did that fire happen to be up on the top of a mountain, or a little ways down the road from there? Huh? Does that ring a bell to you fellas? Let me share a smoke with you so you loosen up your lips a little. Now, fellas, have you heard any rumors around lately? Anyone? Well, the train was coming from that way, so I mean, the only lead I have is that the train came from that way now. No tracks, they're all gone. The blood's been left. Or at least the largest amount of blood that was involved, yeah, was left on the train, so let's follow the tracks, see what the next train stop would be. Another bear? Ah, no, it's a deer. Howdy, friend. You haven't seen anyone killing bears around here lately, have you? Farewell, then. That's absolutely fine. You keep making your own way. You did seem kind of hasty, though. I might follow you a little bit. Hey, partner, wait up. Hey, posse leader, wait up. Law-abiding citizen, are you? You probably wouldn't be involved in a massacre of a friendly-ass bear, would you? Howdy. I'm in town on some strict business. I'm trying to find the bear, the murderers of my friend Bear. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that now, would you? Meet my eye, stranger. Look, I don't want any trouble, but I'm trying to get to the bottom of this, and it's very important to me, you understand? Howdy, you fellers. I got something to ask you. Now that ain't nice. I mean, I suppose I already knew that violence begets violence, but I was only asking you fellers a question. I told you I don't want any trouble, friend. Now you fuck off. Well, they fucked off. Happy with that. But that it didn't have the satisfying ring of knowing that it was the culprit, so I'm sure that it wasn't. Though I did manage to kill them both at certain points.
Oh hell, the missus has me out hunting damn near every day, wants to sell enough hides to send the kid to school. I tell you, boy, married life ain't what it's made out to be.
Is that right, friend? Now these pelts you mentioned, you just happen to stab them off your friends
Hello?
and bears? You actually get the pelt from them, or you just mutilate the bodies? What do you do? Hey? Huh? What? You reckon?
Howdy.
Yeah, okay. It's a fair enough answer. Yeah, next town, I will ask a few questions along this train track. Building with a light on over here. Howdy, stable? Sure. It looks like we're at the nearest town then. Okay, what's this? Might have some luck here. Van Horn, okay. Old watering hole. It's a good place to ask questions as any. Fancy a few drinks, do you? So, let's think before we go in. Get our story straight. So, it seems that my compass was telling me that it did stop for quite a while, and it also seems like they drank quite a lot. So I know that happened before it was put back onto the train and left by itself. Perhaps they noticed that I was tracking them in some way. Probably with their magical abilities that allow them to jump 500 meters into solid earth and survive. Let's walk in here, see what we can find out. Maybe call it a day. Seems like this is going to be a long search for vengeance if it's what I continue to pursue. Who knows, I could get lucky in here though.
Christ, ain't that an old face?
How you doing, handsome?
Pretty
Looking to
well.
spend some time?
Well, I'm here for some business actually. Maybe later.
You're lost, darling.
What'll it be? Local whiskey.
Let's have a couple.
Don't just
Not
stand
too
there and
much
catch
to
a
make me
buzz.
start telling them everything I know, but enough to get them to trust me.
Boy's favorite whiskey.
That's right. I like my whiskey. Let's sit down with this fella first. Howdy, partner.
Yeah, well,
That's life.
Now, how you doing?
anyways.
Yeah. So I've been traveling down from the north the last few days. You been up there recently? Yeah, quiet type, are you?
How's about you come with me?
Oh, yeah.
No, I ain't doing that.
Fine. I got better things to do with my time.
You got your kicks out some other way recently, have you? I'll be back a little bit later, friend.
You look like a fella who knows how to get what he wants.
You know it.
I'm right here, honey.
Now, howdy. You carving your knife there, are you?
Keep that little shop of his going. He'll run Van Horn to the
Yeah,
ground.
did you happen to lose a
We keep
knife
getting
recently?
visitors here, and the law keeps on poking around.
Alright, this is pissing me off, you guys being so quiet. Look,
Who's this
I'm
then?
gonna say this one time. I'm here to find who murdered my friend Yogi the Bear.
Hi, darling.
If you guys don't feel like opening your mouths and telling me everything you know about passers-by, people who like doing big poos on the floor, and other such things, then I'm not gonna let you out of these doors, you hear? Now, who's feeling talkative? I said,
Unbelievable.
who's feeling talkative?
You gotta die.
Get inside and drag him out.
I woke up several hours later with a bad hangover and a few scrapes down the side of my head, but nothing more serious than that. Fair while away from the town too, as if someone had carted me off there and thrown me. Well, I mean, if they had been the people that I sought, I imagine that I would be dead by now, so that's all that. I didn't manage to get much out of the people in Van Horn. Not in that tavern, anyway. Now, instead of
kicking some more ass and taking more names, I decided to settle in for the night, see if I could become a little bit more subtle in this town. Keep my ears open for the next few days. Thanks for joining along with the story. Hope you're having great days. And later.